what's up, guys? Good weekend for Solana projects. One of the lizards that we put in the Solana challenge ran up to like 40, maybe 50 now. I haven't checked in a few hours, but crazy stuff there. OK Bears running. ETH volume relatively low. We are looking at for today, for the past 24 hours, 48 million, which is like really bad. But you see OK Bears, they had actually the top volume of all NFT collections. But let's get the guys in here and we'll start talking about some stuff. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Yo. So Solana had a good weekend. I mean, OK Bears top volume of all NFT collections at 7.5 million the past 24 hours.
Yeah, that's incredible.
CryptoPunks second. Was there something? What's the floor on those now? They were like 60 Ethereum. No, 55. They were like 110
they got down,
grand.
They got down to 49. Yeah, they got down to 49 is the lowest that I saw the floor at a couple
so
days
they're
ago.
54 ETH right now, which is 108,000. Huh.
Okay.
Anyways, good volume on that. What's I noticed this So Rare and this CPG Pop, two projects I really had never. I saw CPG Pop was on the top of it was on OpenSea. I don't really know what the heck it is. I looked at them. I was like, okay, whatever.
It was kind of a weird release. They did a pre-mint where you needed 3 ETH in your wallet. Basically, it's run by like a VC investor that specializes in consumer packaged goods. I think the floor is I think it might be below mint, if I recall now. But they did do a lot of trading on the way down.
Okay.
So kind of interesting, but I haven't paid much attention to it either. I don't really understand the project. I don't really see it long term, but I guess it's kind of interesting. And the other one I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it at all. I see this guy's stuff. Kind of reminds me of like Andy Warhol or whatever. What's the? I mean, there's just some random projects in I feel like Ethereum that are running, but like the volume's so low, it's like you're throwing darts. I'm not sure why they're running. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really doing a whole lot. I know that you did Solana stuff, Aiden. Did anybody else in here make any plays this weekend on NFTs?
I did.
What did you buy?
Lizards, man.
Oh, yeah, well.
We'll get to that, though.
The Soul Challenge lizards, okay.
Yep.
Degen Tunes took a real run this weekend.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know.
It was
but
another
they really
one.
ran.
They sent me a mint pass. It's worth like 0.15 right now. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, they sent it to people who minted, which is kind of cool.
They're kind of cool. I mean, I think they're sweet.
I thought they looked awesome. It's why I minted them. They were really cool looking, but I didn't. You know, they took a week to sell out basically, and nobody knows why this runs up like this. I guess. I don't know. So. Next.
They kind of remind me of Cryptoon Goons, and I don't even know where those are at right now.
Probably the gutter.
Yeah.
Cryptoon Goons. Yeah, the gutter. Even though that's where we were buying a long time ago.
Yeah, Cryptoon Goons took a dump after their future roadmap was blank other than dropping merchandise, and then it went downhill.
Good old merch place.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay, I wonder if Ape Love ever sold his?
Oh no.
I really hope he did.
He didn't. He's shaking his head. Oh, he sold it for $15. Shit. Cool. Yeah, the volume was low, like we were talking about. It was. I wish that I always forget to get up the NFT Dune stuff.
Oh, you like the Dune better? I personally.
Yeah, I never figured out how to get to the weekly chart or the monthly volume. Oh, 7 days. Yeah, I like it showing it by day though. Does it do it on Crypto Slam? You know what I'm saying? The bar graph.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think it'll display it the same way.
I like just comparing the volume over the weekends. Let's see. Holy cow,
if you click
so
on
low.
Ethereum, yeah.
33 million yesterday.
Yeah.
Can I look at this volume over like a year's time? Oh my gosh.
We've got to go hunting for some more Dune pages because Dune's just a platform for developers to like format.
Oh, to
really,
add stuff?
Yeah, really, exactly.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
they
look
use
at this
that platform
code.
to get really insightful info, and there's, especially for Solana, there's a lot of really good pages that we got to find for. You can even filter by projects and get really good insight.
I would love to know the last time we had a $33 million day.
If you click on in CryptoSlam on the right side, blockchains by NFT sales volume. If you click on Ethereum, it'll show you the chart that actually goes back to 2019. You can look, just kind of look, move your cursor over and see.
Crypto Slam, you're talking about Ethereum blockchain?
Yeah,
Okay.
blockchains by NFT sales.
And then, oh, here we go. Ethereum sales volume.
And unique buyers. I think you can change that out.
Look at the unique buyers in 20. Wow. Yeah. 2021.
Seems like a lot of fear or just a lot of uncertainty in the market. I don't know. No one's really making big moves on blue chips right now. They're all kind of moving sideways, which is kind of interesting. I'm surprised they're all holding as strong as they are.
Look at the unique
given-
buyers. It's not even that much. I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking about in 2021, August 2021, which is when we had a good run, 10,000, and now we're like 10 to 30,000. It's like so few people. It's crazy. Anyways, got sidetracked with that shit. So some kind of cool stuff with the crossover between like streetwear stuff and NFTs. This was something that was announced a while ago, but there's the KIF Invisible Friends collaboration. Wow, it's such a slow page, but
There's so much moving.
yeah.
It's frying my computer right now.
Oh my gosh, what are they thinking?
I thought it was my computer, but I guess it's everywhere.
So what the heck? We're trying to announce it. Created an experience of rigid digital.
Yeah, so I can explain it if Slump.
Yeah, I don't
cares.
know it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it.
It's basically so they announced their collab, right? We've discussed that. They're making 12 total NFTs in their own clothing with the Invisible Friend style. 9 of those are going to be one of ones, and I believe the auction for that starts on 16. Starts on Wednesday morning. One of those 9 will be available. I don't know which one. And I don't know. They didn't really give a lot of info for formatting and pricing and stuff like that. So the first one is launching on May 18th, which is Wednesday. And then the other 8 one-of-ones will be on the 19th.
Screw this.
And I think those are available for auction again for 24 hours or so.
Auction, great.
I don't really love auction
Bunch of
NFTs.
New York losers bidding on Ronnie's stupid shit because they're friends.
So
I wouldn't be buying these, but
The open editions are cool. I mean, that's a kind of an interesting idea that they change clothes and stuff over the course of like the year.
yeah, and I think those are holder exclusive too.
Yeah.
So those might do something.
Holder exclusive of what? Holders of Invisible Friends?
Invisible Friends.
Yep.
They all
So
get
Invisible
one?
Friends holders will be able to mint those, and then
Oh. And they're all the
Um,
same, or?
those are all the same. Yes, and
Yeah.
then the other 12 are all wearing pieces from Kith's Summer 22 collection. So Ronnie's using
I see.
these NFTs as the official lookbook for the collection instead of normal pictures.
Look at the
And
New
then-
Balances. Those are New Balances, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, those are.
And then there's a Titleist collaboration in there. But like Slumped mentioned,
those are.
those
Asics.
the winners of those auctions that Slumped had mentioned will receive all of the pieces, all of the physical pieces that their NFT's wearing as well. So if I got the Titleist,
Oh, the
character.
tailor-made stuff.
if you won
You
the
get the
tailor-made
clubs.
collaboration, you're getting the full club set and everything
So
as
worth
well. Not worth it, but one of the NFT auctions is going to charity. I don't know which charity it was again. I think it was an inner city charity for New York. And then the other 3 are just or the other however many are getting auctioned are just for profit for the Invisible Friends owners checking account. So that's where the money's going. And then I'm pretty sure that there was a mint price on.
What's the floor on Invisible?
Pretty sure there's a mint price for the airdrop that's open edition that the holders have to pay. For some reason, I thought it was 2.5 ETH, but I'm hoping it's not 2.5 ETH.
No, it's 1,000 and whatever the ETH equivalent is at May 19th at 11 a.m.
Got it. Okay. Which is still ridiculous for an open edition.
0.5.
I don't
yeah.
know if it's open. They don't. Did they say? Maybe I missed it. Did they say it's definitely open? I feel like they just didn't say.
Yeah, I think actually what he said was just that it was exclusive to holders. I don't think he had said anything about edition size. You're right.
So I mean, even
Gosh.
if it's just holders, that's what 5,000.
But yeah, 500. Yeah.
Who's buying Invisible Friends for 5 ETH?
Not me.
Not me.
But
Not
I mean,
me.
if I was holding one, I think
crazy.
I'd probably mint one of these at $1,000.
I'd buy one of the editions after, maybe for like 1.5k and try to flip it for 2, but that's probably it.
$15, more like it.
Yeah. Or
Huh.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
open, I don't know if you said this, the open edition is dynamic. And as time goes on,
Right.
they'll
That's what
change
Aiden
colors, which is
was
kind of
saying.
cool. And then I guess you get physical, some sort of Invisible Friends kit collab merch. If you hold this all the way to February 2023, then you get it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
That was insane. I listened to the one of the Invisible Friends team members try to explain that with a serious face that in order for holders to get it, they have to hold for that long simply due to supply chain issues. I guess like kits production time is like 8 to 10 months for any newly designed product. So it's like not even by choice, it's just by simple, supply constraints that they have to wait like 10 months to go get it, which is nuts.
Oh gosh. Huh. Okay. Done with Kith. Now Kith. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Ethereum? Yeah, PXNs. Where we
PXN,
at?
yeah, we were looking forward to this one. I was watching it. The floor before reveal, I think, was up to 5, maybe
Oh
even
my
6,
gosh.
off of the Azuki FUD that was happening. But now the floor is quite lower. The rares revealed, and the rares were actually, some of them were animated. I think there's like a certain number of them. But the bigger news is that he actually stole most of this art or inspiration from existing anime. If you look at the second picture on the tweet that I linked, those are all the comparisons of the NFTs to their inspirations, quote unquote. PXN put out a statement talking about IP, and then they basically redesigned all of the rares and then redistributed them. So kind of a mess. People weren't happy with it. They were kind of disappointed. Loopify said something like, if they're making an IP mistake this early with this art, how can you really believe in it long term? I tend to agree. So yeah, disappointed in this one. I thought PXN was going to be really cool. It still might, it still could pump, but I wouldn't consider it like a blue chip contender at this point in time. The art is kind of polarizing. Some people like it, some people don't. To me, I don't really see it making that great of a profile picture. The backgrounds kind of distract from the actual art, especially if the background color matches the skin color of the NFT. It's kind of hard to make out. They're just a little bit too dark to actually see on Twitter, but they are hexagonal and they would fit perfectly actually in the Twitter hexagon. So they were clearly thinking there. But yeah, wanted to recap it because it was highly anticipated. And it's just been bleeding over the past 4 days. So yeah,
I'll stay
PXN.
away from this shit.
It's tough to be a new project in this space, especially in ETH. It's really hard because all the money flows to the top projects, and these little ones suffer. So
Yeah, I mean, just sitting here, I was thinking how quiet BAYC, all that stuff's been, and I feel like, and I said this before, if I'm buying anything right now in Ethereum, it's likely stuff in the BAYC stuff, but I don't know. Maybe they're not gonna say shit for 6 months. So Anyways, that's everything with Ethereum NFTs. We are into Solana world with Solana Summer, as Slumped has called
It's
it.
coming.
So, okay, Bears. Let's refresh this and see if we're still 235. We're 229. What were we earlier? 275?
I think 260.
Yeah, I saw 260.
Okay. So is this? Let's see, real quick before you talk. I just want to see D gods really quick. Okay, D gods are 270. Okay, Bears 230. Which would you rather buy?
Bear.
I think. Oh man, that's tough. I don't think you can really go wrong either way. I think Bears
Okay.
probably have a more immediate upside.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I love D-Gods. I mean, when Soul was kind of dead, I feel like D-Gods revived it. They were the first. Then Bears came and said, "Hold my beer," brought it to a whole nother level. So I do think there's room for both. But damn, that's a tough one if I had to pick one.
Okay.
All right. DGods is a longer term play, right? 'Cause if you're looking at sales volume on DGods, 91 listed. Last sale was 3 hours ago. Bears, they've been selling all weekend. So I don't know if I agree with the immediate upside. But I think DGod now the play is like more news based. Like they're going to announce something, you get whitelist for stuff. That's how I see it. Okay,
Yeah.
Bears is more of like a movement in the space.
Now let's do this, since I like looking at big projects that have been quiet. Boryoku Dragons, what are they at here? 189. The king has fallen drastically.
They'll run up towards the end of the month, I think, with their ETH mint.
Okay, I'm buying. It's official. I'm figuring out how to buy a Boryoku Dragon. 189 Sol in 189 times is Solana $50?
53.
It is. I would definitely not take my immediate word for it. I've done no research.
10 grand. Slumped about to make me spend 10 grand on his word that they're gonna run up later this month. We'll see how this goes, everybody. I'm starting a challenge, 200 Sol challenge.
Oh my god, this is a risky challenge.
This is starting today on this show. I will be buying a Boryoku Dragon.
Oh man, I highly encourage.
I'll buy it in a couple hours. I'm not researching shit, dude. All right.
Nope.
Anyways, if it is Solana Summer baby, baby, then I will be buying Boryoku Dragon.
Dude,
sounds
Bears
good.
are the way, bro.
Passing on Bears. They're too popular. I got to go against the grain, baby.
Like look at Mindful when against the grain. They're like in the gutter.
I didn't buy that. Oh, the shitty ass mine links. Yeah, they're in the gutter.
All of it. It just tanked after the Pirates.
Did it really?
Yeah.
They oversaturated. They just threw out random shit. Like, what are these surfboards, dude?
We're seeing a shift from, and this was almost kind of a later topic, but I'll touch on it now. We're seeing a shift in Solana over to these tiny little collections. They're not really thriving like they used to.
Yeah.
It's these bigger and louder collections that people can advocate for. Those are the real winners.
Dick in our chat, actually, this is kind of interesting you're saying that. What has lasted 8 months in this space? And that's exactly like shit. The hype just dies out, and then they just die slowly. So I mean, probably really stupid to buy a Boryoku Dragon. But I kind of feel like if it is Solana Summer, maybe I can sell those back near their all-time high. If Solana goes up at all, that'd be nice. We'll see.
I think if it's Solana Summer, the Bears are probably going to hit like 500 Sol.
$5. Wait, 500 Sol.
That's my price target.
$5. Okay. No, I like the Bears a lot. I feel like if you were going to be spending that kind of money, the Bears make sense because everybody's talking about them. You have a bunch of influencers. Which influence that actually goes along again with what he's saying. Banks, Becker, and Function all talking about the Bears. I've seen them a lot on Twitter. Nobody's talking about Boryoku Dragon, so yeah, maybe that isn't the right play. Bears at 225. I mean, maybe that is the play. Which is funny because at 220, when they were like 150, but Solana was 80 or 90 bucks. They're actually worth more USD value. But they're trying to make some more. What?
That's why I decided to enter when Sol was like 49 and 52 bucks.
Yeah, so
Because I
cheap.
figured just off of the cheapness of Sol, if they didn't move at all and Sol gradually just moves sideways, I do think it eventually trends down, which might even cause the price of these to go up, just floor price in general. But yeah, I mean, I did the research on OK Bears. I was interested before Banks tweeted, and I was sold basically as soon as he did. But then I really looked into the team, listened to the full Twitter space that they did with the community, talking about how they're trying to build this into a true brand, and how most of the Solana projects aren't actual brands. They're just staking and games and tokenomics and things of that nature. But these guys are taking it in a different direction. And if anyone can do it, it feels like these guys can do it. So I took a position in 2 of them. I think I got in at 195 and at 215. So up a bit, but have no plans of selling anytime soon. Because I think this only catches fire as more people from ETH come over. And I said this yesterday, but I think with ETH NFTs kind of just trading sideways or trending downwards with examples like PXN, I think traditional ETH investors will continue to come over to Solana because there's just more action. There's price movement on the up and the down, and it makes for a more interesting and profitable trading experience if you're actually able to make these plays. So that's part of my thesis behind Solana Summer. As funny as it sounds, I actually think it could be real, because all the big ETH moments have kind of happened this year so far. Other deeds, obviously, we'll get more info on those soon. But like, I don't know of any other blue chip that's doing anything really right now. So OK Bears to me seems like a pretty cool bet. And it's relatively cheap when you're looking at an ETH price, right? Like I think it's only 5 or 6 ETH. Like it's really not terrible. So I liked it.
All right, maybe I have to buy a bear.
I'm gonna try to buy another if they go below 200. I think that's a great buying opportunity. So
okay, let's
yeah,
see.
I want to get my entry a little lower too.
Maybe I won't buy a dumb dragon.
I definitely buy a bear over a dragon. I mean, everything in Sol just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. But then, every time it goes up, progressively will settle a little bit higher, and it happens with every single project. And it definitely, after such a big run up for bears, there's no way it doesn't happen there. So I think there's another buying opportunity coming for sure.
Okay. All right. The lizards that you put in the challenge at like 4 or 5 Solana ran to 43 Solana.
Crazy.
Yeah, these were a cool, different picture and everything. I like them.
Yeah, it was weird. We started looking at them a couple days ago before they even minted, and then the whitelist token for it was super cheap. So it was like 2 Sol with the NFT itself. So we're like, screw it, let's just buy it. We'll see what happens. Right from there, we ran up to like 4 or 5. So a lot of us were in the green to begin with. And then progressively, they just kept getting more and more attention. And the way the team built out all of their stuff, like they had, I know we don't like staking that much, but they had their staking ready within 3 hours, basically. The way that they, I guess, delivered the announcements was almost confidence inspiring. It kind of really drove the hype. And I even said to people, I was like, nothing about these announcements are really that original, but like, I'm kind of hyped. I mean, it's getting me excited. And it was just done right. They minted on the Hydra launchpad, which, believe it or not, has its own kind of value to it because Hydra just hasn't missed yet with the projects that have on there. Just a lot of positive stuff going on here. We bought our first NFT for the 30 Sol Challenge. We bought it at 4.2. I have a strategy that I've been doing after Jemmy 2 weeks ago, where before a thick wall, like a mental blocker, in this case it was 10. So we had sold at 9.5. It had kind of hovered around there in 10 for a bit. And then I like to sell there, and then if I see it break probably like 10.1, 10.2, kind of break that big mental wall, that's when I buy back in. Because then I think people start to FOMO in at that point, like, oh crap, these just did that. Let's buy them right now, and presents another opportunity. And I mean, these are, even I couldn't have predicted this. I still am not completely sure why these are so high up in the 40s. But yeah, man, we had a ton of
44.
members buying in on this. Some guys made like 30 souls. I think one of our guys made over 200 on these. It was insane. And honestly, it feels like most people in the space at first kind of slept on it. So this was, dare I say, a GFNS special.
GFNF special.
It was a GFNS special.
I like it.
These went really well, and we had tons and tons of, I might even say, life-changing success for some of these guys.
Life-changing, huh?
Serious
Holy.
money.
I think Kaio made 200 soul or something.
Yep.
Like we had, people printed on this.
Let's
So
Yeah.
congrats.
go, lizards.
So well. And I think this just really strengthens buyer confidence into the Solana market in general, between bears and now lizards. And with the upcoming Trippin' Apes, I've talked about them before, I think those are going to do. I was already super excited for them, thought that they were going to explode, but now I could totally see them running up to like 100. That's like the next huge one. But we'll talk more about that project once we have a mint date. But yeah, man, it's looking really good for the Solana boys out here.
Let's go.
And then on the topic of DGods, I've got some DGods Gen 2 Alpha to share. So there's not too much detail on it just yet, but the mint is going to be 100% done in Dust, which is their token. And Frank has said that there will be accessible public stock. We don't know the price, we don't know the total supply, we don't know much. But what we do know is that they're DGods and that there's no way that they don't do well, right? I am looking to buy some Dust. I don't know when just yet. It's funny, I was looking at it the day before they announced it. 1 soul worth of Dust was, I think, around 55, and now it's about half of that. So what I was waiting for was it to kind of calm down and maybe buy, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 soul worth just to... One, I do think it'll go up a little bit when they announce what people need, because like, people are not going to sleep on DGods Gen 2. But I'm kind of waiting for that initial tweet hype to die down a little bit before I buy in there. But we don't know much yet, so it's hard to say what to expect. I mean, this could be a mint 3 months down the line for all I know. But definitely not one to ignore. I mean, DGods are obviously top contender, right? So definitely on my radar, and it should be on everyone's as well.
Heck yeah. And then we have Skullbot Biker Gang.
Yeah, so that's minting today. These look cool. There's like a trend going on. It's like these Adobe Illustrator, like thick black line work stuff. They obviously aren't the bears or the lizards, right? But I guess art style, like there's similarities there. I think that's like kind of a new trend. Just like super clean line work, super clean profile pictures. But Skullbots is one that this is it's the 3rd generation, but they call it Gen 2. Gen 0 and Gen 1 came around a few months ago, back when anything with the word staking in it was pretty much the Solana meta. So these definitely have a good reputation already. I think their token value is about $1.28 right now, which is not terrible, pretty solid for a staking token. Their roadmap is some gamified staking stuff, but to be completely honest, I don't care about the roadmap right now. I think after Lizards, people are just going to look for the next thing, and being that this one is so successful already, I think Gen 0 is at like a 35 soul floor. Gen 1 is at a 12.5 soul floor last I looked, I think. Logic is out the window for me at this point half the time in Solana. It's just a very play-by-play kind of market at the moment. I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, but I could totally see people just ripping these and making them higher than, maybe not Gen 0, but could totally see these higher than Gen 1, just for no reason. No, I'm not saying go ape in blindly. We're still very much going to watch what happens. The total supply on these is, I think, 3,600 roughly. So we're gonna watch how that goes and go from there. But I think there's some solid potential there play wise. They make it to public. I fully expect them to sell out instantly. It's going to be a mess to meet those. But yeah, I mean, we saw this happen after the Bears mint, right? The next day, after a huge play happened, people were just, no, I'm not missing the next one. I have to buy whatever it is. So I think that alone is just going to make these do well.
Right.
But you have to also be extra careful there because super easy to get burned. The next day after Bears, we had those Scullies, if you remember those. I mean, those opened at like 7, ran to 14. I think I bought one at 10, didn't sell quick enough, and now they're at like 3. So you just got to be extra careful with how you play this kind of stuff.
Be quick.
But totally potential. But yeah, emphasis on being quick. I mean, last night the Soul Chat was going crazy till like 2:30 in the morning. When you made a play in like, I'm not even exaggerating, I think it was in at 1.5, 60 seconds later, it was out at 3. And then it tanked.
Yeah.
So get in our
yeah.
Soul Chat, man, if you're not in there. It's just the place to be. There's so much happening at once so quickly, and I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it until we get everyone in there. It's just the best plays are going to be in that chat on the fly, and people are catching on in our group. I mean, we've had guys saying, "Oh man, I got to start paying attention here." I saw bases in there I haven't seen yet. You know, I'm in there all the time, just going back and forth with everyone.
Yeah, those chats are very important.
It's so important.
Make a lot of money reading and helping other people.
Yep.
Cool. Is that it for Solana World?
Yeah.
Other than volume being up nicely.
Yeah, we were just gonna kind of talk about the future implications of the space, but we kind of already did that. But I mean, just looking at that chart, I mean, we're almost at April's total volume.
You just see a nice uptrend for sure.
Yeah, we're trending in the right direction here, even if Sol is not as high as it was. I honestly think that's better because people look at ETH versus Sol, right? It's $50 versus 2,000.
Yeah.
Who's gonna care if they lose $50 when they could make, I don't know, 400 or 500 or 1,000? Who knows? I mean, the opportunity cost here is so much lower, or risk opportunity cost that.
Right.
I saw a tweet and it was kind of funny. It goes, ETH is a bunch of smart, rich people making plays, educated, and planned out. Sol is just a bunch of poor people throwing money at anything they can see, which honestly, it's not entirely false, but it's just a fun space, man. People don't care about losing $50. It gives us so much more room to grow and just be active. Like the community in Sol, I've been saying this for a while, it's just so much stronger, I think, than ETH overall. It's much louder. But maybe I'm biased there. But I love Solana, man.
Heck yeah. All right, cool. Solana Day is done. Retail slide drop today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeezy went on for a little while.
Pretty standard drop. I mean, it went better than I thought it would. Not gonna lie. Thought the site would die. Didn't really die too bad. Everyone hit a few pairs.
What bots
Easy
did
money
the best?
hit.
Valor do well?
I think Valor did well. Mech did well. Trickle did really well. Same hitters as usual.
Trickle. Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, that's it.
And then I think as we were mid podcast, not Prism. Panini loaded the Prism football Dutch auction for first off the line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Jake territory.
Yep, Jake. If you got anything on those?
He gets bricked up for them cards.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it all depends on where they go on the Dutch auction, but I'm assuming they're going to go pretty early since people have been waiting for Prism for a very long time. Everyone loves it. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. We usually do pretty good on the profits on first off the line. So we'll definitely be all over that. It's 9 days, 10 days away, something like that. So we'll update next week. But
Target tomorrow, right?
Target tomorrow. Yep.
some
Possibly
stuff out.
Bowman Mega Boxes, which is one of the biggest baseball releases for Target of the year. So, unless Topps does something insane and bumps the price up to 50, those should be a full go.
Cool. All set. Anybody else want to chime in? All good?
Oh, sir.
All right. We'll see
Good
you
to
guys
go.
tomorrow.
See
Let's
you
go
whippersnappers tomorrow.
All right. See you guys.
See you.
Need a green card. It's not fair, but it can be. Stretch around like a gummy. Think we're moving too slow. Kick off thoughts to the door. All your fear, let it go. Watch it drop to the floor. Still it's so high. You look too good for the soul car. Life's not fair for a deadbeat. But right now I'm feeling comfy. In the backseat, stretch around like you got me. Most these girls trying to front me. Move too quick for the plan B. Got me so high. Whip so far, need a green card. Life's not fair, but it can be. Stretch around like you got me. Life's not fair, but it can be. Stretch around like you got me. Life's not fair, but it can be. Stretch around like you got me.